want to say a few words about the film to start everything off?
Hello everybody. First I want to thank you, Wenjie, for programming White Days in Singapore Panorama. I'm very proud to showcase it here. So this film is just about a slice of life of these three friends. And actually much of them, the character is based on the three characters themselves.
Any questions from the audience or comments or anything? Yes.
First off, I would like to apologize. I was late for the show because I was rushing down from another Singapore Film International Museum. So, first I apologize. But I will comment that this is the presentation that I've been catching at the show I watched at the National Museum. Definitely I'll enjoy it more, and I recommend my friends if the cinema was to see the show it. Just one question. I understand that this film is it was shown at the Hong Kong Film Festival first. Were you there? How was the reception there? How did the audience in Hong Kong accept this show? How was the acceptance?
They were very curious about Singapore culture actually. Like one question they asked, why do we speak English like that? Why do we speak English? And then they also wonder why are there a lot of trees. And very nice trees. And then they also the usual questions like why is it in black and white, why is it called White Days? But the response is pretty good. And they always ask me whether I'm influenced by Tan Ming Liang or Ho Xiangxian, the Taiwanese. Of course, it's influence and then inspired by, but I don't think the movie is very much like their shows, you know. Maybe I let Belle, the actress, to say something. She was there at Hong Kong.
I think because Hong Kong being part of China now, and we all look pretty Chinese, so they're quite curious why we speak English. And so that was one of the main questions. And I think for the local audience here, a lot of the humor, you get it. You can tell from the laughter, but for them, I think they see it, maybe they perceive it in a more serious manner. The talk about God, religion, about these three people searching for nothing, in a way, about these young people. Yeah, so their perspective comes from not knowing us, which is nice as well.
There's a question there. Yes.
For the dialogue, how much was it improvised?
Okay, the question is the dialogue, how much is it improvised?
Actually, all of it is improvised. And then there's no script. So they actually, most of the stuff that Chris spoke with his own words. So maybe you should talk to Chris to say something about it.
Hello. I think I spoke enough. I don't want to ramble on and convert anyone, but yeah. So he told me one day hey, let's shoot a film. You know, and then we came down and then we shot a film, and there was nothing to work with, so it was oh, be yourself, oh, okay. Thing. I have to say that the views there, not necessarily like what I think of the world. I guess wherein comes the interesting bit. So it's like being yourself, but at the same time, how do you mix this sort of fiction and real life into everything, right? I love Taiwan.
The lines were all improvised, but we were given very basic guidelines, like, for example, I want to go Taiwan, which is true as well at that point in time. And he went to Jerusalem, which is true as well. So with those basic guidelines, we were asked to talk or not talk, and somehow we just ended up arguing with each other, me and Chris. So I don't know why.
Because he didn't want to talk.
Actually not my fault, because I'm not actually like that. I was supposed to be emo and depressed. I'm not emo and depressed.
What's the calling?
Do you think I was calling someone?
Maybe.
I was calling no one. Huh? The person calling, well, it sounds like an ex-boyfriend, I guess. But I made up the lines. So basically, the guideline was that I'm supposed to receive this phone call from this annoying person who calls like 3 seconds after I put out the phone, right? So I just made up the lines as I went along. Yeah.
I want to ask, your dialogue so long, got any NG or not?
Like for example, the white deck scene, actually, it's actually composed of 2 takes. So I actually, editing, I rearranged the sequence of the takes, such that sometimes you see they are looping their conversation. They're talking around the same things. But actually, most of the takes are first take.
If there was any NG, it was all in there, right? Basically, because there was nothing to work with, right? There was nothing to go wrong with, in a way, right? So, yeah.
Yes, there's a question all the way there. Question was, is there anyone holding you on the back when you're sitting outside the window?
You need to know, like, the crew is like 4 of us. And like, none of them can hold me, right? Check it out, check it out. These scrawny people, right? And so no, there's this ledge, and that was my house, by the way. We did little to change how it looks, so pretty much the mess is my house. And yeah, the ledge, I like to sit there sometimes when no one is watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, I know for the 3 of you, I've seen Val in other films before, but for 2 of you guys, it's the first time, I think. So is it easy to kind of get into the role? That's part of it is a bit of yourself, part of it is an imaginary, person that you have to play.
Especially because my story arc is completely fictional, and my friend didn't die before I was going to Taipei. So I was supposed to be depressed the entire time, and acting beside Chris was very hard because I was trying not to laugh. Especially at the scene like near the road, I was actually laughing at the camera, and I wasn't supposed to. Yes, it was extremely hard.
Yeah, very difficult in a way, cause yeah, there's no script, so whatever I have to say in there sort of has to come from me somewhere, but yet I have to like behave like myself, because that's the general direction, right? And then but yet